Hi, and welcome to my October 2023 crystal ball readings. Most of you will have, if you've seen my recordings before, will know that I use my crystal ball here called Poppy. And she gives me symbols for each zodiac sign, for whichever month I'm working on. And I interpret them for you. Okay? So I do legally have to say this is a form of entertainment. You have to do that in the UK. And any information I give you, it's entirely your responsibility what you do with that. Okay. So now she also gives me a general energy. There's my cuckoo clock joining in. This book, I've got from her is change. Okay. Change is the general energy, but obviously this will be different for each individual. Okay. But it just feels like for some it'll be very unexpected change, some it'll be new, good growth change. And this is kind of reflected in some of the symbols she's given me for each of the zodiac signs. So I'm going to start with Capricorn, and she gave me life's pathway and then eyes looking at the pathway. Okay, so this for me, for Capricorn, felt very much like there's a reflection process going on for you, looking at your life, maybe asking questions about your life, and either looking at making changes or are in the process of doing that. Okay. But the eyes also look quite what I call robotic. So if it's an emotional issue that you're looking at, they're asking you to maybe step back a little bit and take a more analytical approach before you make decisions. Okay. So that's life's pathways and looking at it with different eyes. Okay, that's for Capricorn. For Aquarius, I got a figure with the head down, then the head was turning, and then they put a hat on, right? Which sounds really weird, but this is how she's put it to me. So it felt very much like this, that like some of you may be having some emotional trauma or drama in your life, okay, which is or has been distracting you. Now, she's saying, put your thinking hat on and see if what it is, and see it for what it is, and step back and to bring refocus back in, okay? Because I just feel as if I'm distracted all over the place. Okay. So bring back your focus, put your thinking hat on, your own thinking hat on, step back from it and see where that takes you. Okay. So that's very much for Aquarius. For Pisces, I got two doggies. One looked like, shall we say, a pedigree, whatever you make a pedigrees, and one looked like a Heinz variety, as our Heinz 57, as we call them. And they were talking to each other. It looks like a mismatch of people. On paper, it's kind of questioning would it work. However, it looks good. In whatever relationship this may be, because I do feel ultimately it's about a relationship, it works. So does it matter whether it looks like a match? It's saying it works, okay? And there's also, dogs always represent loyal, faithfulness and things like that. So to me, there's an increase in loyalty in your life. And there's more meaningful environmental relationships. I don't know what it means by meaningful or environmental relationships. Could mean groups going on around you. Okay. So that was for Pisces. For Aries, I got a bright energy coming out of what looked like stuck, muddy, dirty, go through a bit of a bad time. So that very much suggests to me for Aries, things are improving, especially as you have felt stuck in the mud in at least one area of your life. Keep doing what you are doing and you will definitely make progress. And then I've got enlightenment, clarity in your life. So even if you're not felt as if like you're getting anywhere with feeling stuck in the mud, you are. There's changes going on, you are. So keep doing what you're doing, okay? And that will help bring that bright light out even more and pull you out of that stuck mud. Okay, so that was for Aries. Taurus, I just kept getting really vague splashes of images. I couldn't quite grab hold of them, but there was a few like different images. So to me, this felt very much that things are manifested in your life, but for whatever reason, are not quite formed. All right. It feels like it's near you, and you may even be able to sense it, but it's not quite tangible yet. Okay. So because you kind of can, for those more sensitive of you, can probably feel it, just watch you don't get frustrated, okay? Because this wouldn't happen, this wouldn't help that manifestation process, all right? So try to step back from that feeling. It's coming, whatever's manifesting is coming. We just haven't quite got there. And this could be in all areas of your life or just one area of your life, okay, that you're aiming for or you're putting the intentions out there for, okay? So that's for Taurus. So keep going, okay? Gemini, I've got squiggly bits all over the place. It was quite an in-depth one, the Gemini one. And it came on what I call different layers, okay? Ultimately, it's about your soul progress. Okay. But it also can manifest out in the physical, as in the areas of the work that you are in. Okay. So basically, I got a landscape, right? But it had hills in, it had mountains in, some had definition, some had caves under it. So it was quite an in-depth scenario she was giving me. Okay. Now, the windmill was on what it wasn't in the forefront, it was in the middle ground. And it felt as if it was on a murky hill. So there was less definition. It felt not clean in some way. Okay. And this windmill had only two blades on it. So something wasn't working properly. Okay. So, I mean, obviously, if you work in the energy field, that could be quite relevant on that kind of level for you, okay? But one of the two remaining blades was starting to fall off. So that could be something not working, as in relationships, okay? But it needs looking at, it needs sorting, okay? Now, the hidden caves was under what I call the mountain at the forefront. And these hidden caves, they are known to you, and they're probably known to others around you. So this could mean, again, it's maybe a work field that you're working. Maybe you like going caving. I don't know. I'm totally lost with the caving physical side of it. But also caves can be part of your hidden soul self that you know about, that the saying you need to connect to. All right. And you need to bring out of hiding, make yourself seen more. All right. Now, the mountains were very much in the background. So clearly on this journey, whatever this journey is for you, it could be all of these that I'm trying to talk about. The mountains are very much about that you've had a lot of challenges, but they are in the background and they are fading. So that very much means to me that your obstacles are fading. The most important one is the small hill in front, which has got the caves there. All right. So, I mean, we're all going to eventually, because of everything that's going on in the world, we're all going to have to work more with our selves, our higher selves. And I do feel in general, Gemini, you are being encouraged to connect more and let that side of yourself be seen more. Okay. But yeah, there's definitely different things going on for you, Gemini. So at different levels, emotional, soul level, physical level, work level, and they all can be interpreted very differently. All right. So take your pick and hope it all gets sorted. All right. So that's for Gemini. Cancer, I got a load of people gathering and they're all standing in light. Okay, so that felt very much for me. It was a good family gathering, or it was like-minded people coming together. So if you don't feel you've got that type of structure around you, you are being encouraged to keep engaging with your soul tribe, going out finding people, more like-minded people. But the important thing here as well, yes, there's maybe some celebrations coming up for some of you who are in Cancer. But the main message I got was enjoy yourself a bit more as well. Get out, get in that light energy a lot more than what you have been doing. All right. So that's for Cancer. It just feels as if I'm having to tell you off a little bit, but it isn't. It's just encouragement for you to move forward. All right. Now for Leo, I got a person sitting on steps, and there was a very big guide above them. Okay. So the person sitting on the steps looked like they were completely stuck in contemplation. There's nothing wrong with contemplating what's going on and wondering about the meaning of life and whatever like that. That's fine. And sometimes we need to go through that process, should I say. However, your guide is saying, come on, time to shift now. We need to get you up to that next step in your life. All right. So listen and take some action. You guys are giving you a shove. You've contemplated long enough. Get on with it. So that's for Leo. For Virgo, I got a red and energy cutting through thick blocked energy. It sounds very dramatic, but it's more about there's more passion coming into your life. The red is the passion, all right, and it feels very much like you'll be blocked in one area of your life for so long. I mean, the thick block energy was actually starting to shift slowly, so you've obviously done some work on it, but this is the universal help, you guys coming in or whatever's coming in to help really break and sever that block energy and bring that passion back into your life. I don't mean passion necessarily in a relationship, but it could mean that for some of you. It just means getting rid of this dense energy that's been around you. Okay. And this dense energy might have been of your making. It's just the way life has happened. So it's very much about clearing, but it's also about you learning to let go of these difficult past events or past life events as well, which you might not know about, and declutter to help this clearing process that they're trying to put through. All right. So that was Virgo. For Libra, I got a kind of similar thing to the last two ones. It was a person sat looking down and looks, I would say, slightly a bit more down and a bit flat, which is slightly different to the other two, but similar in some ways. Now, your higher guides, so we're looking at your dragon energy, your unicorn energy, and animal energy, because they were the ones that were showing next to you. All right. These are very good energies, higher realm energies, for coming in and helping clear that flatness and downness you're feeling. Okay. It feels as if you somehow inadvertently got the world on your shoulder. And some of you may know why, but it also feels like some of you I've got no clue as to why you're feeling like this. It's just these rather strange cosmic energies and global stuff going on that's probably you've just absorbed too much of. Okay, so so it's all about, again, about clearing the blockages around you and allowing your gut instinct to help this process. It's only a temporary process, but it needs sorting. Okay, so that's for Libra. Scorpio. She just showed me like this big void, and I couldn't shift from this void. There was just nothing there, but then some structure was starting to form. Okay, so to me that felt very much like, for some of you, you felt a bit lost, and you may not again know why you've been feeling a bit lost, because I do think a lot of these energies are what's going on in the world at the minute. okay, about awakening the consciousness. However, with you, it says keep hold of your dreams and follow them. That void is slowly filling and it's getting structure to it, okay, which is good. It just needs more time and that awful word patience. So every time I say patience, everybody goes, oh. But that's what's needed, Scorpio, for you. So keep your dreams alive, keep going. That void is being filled and you will get where you need to be, but in time. All right. So for Sagittarius, I got a row of houses. Now, traditionally, when Poppy gives me a row of houses, this is literally what it means. It's things very much around where you live. Okay. So, for example, it could be a house move, it could be redecoration, it could be sorting out an extension, it could be just changing the furniture around and what I call it. I mean, years ago, they used to put the winter curtains up and then, you know, they used to take them down for the summer curtains and they used to change the room around. That was very traditionally done in the 1960s, 1950s, if not earlier. So changing the furniture around, repairs that are needed to be done, whatever it is, it requires action and some planning. So you're being told, get it sorted. I know I'm not Sagittarius, but I can appreciate all the repairs that need doing on my house. You might just have to change the furniture around to make it look as if the repairs have been done. But there you go. So that's for Sagittarius. So that's all the crystal ball readings for October 2023. And I hope they make some sense to you. And see you next month. Bye.